given this interesting duty of being a moderator for this session, for which I am very grateful to the organizers. First of all, let me start with the do's and don'ts of the session. Number one, we request you all to keep your cameras off and microphones on mute. We also request you to keep your phones on silent mode. Number two, all the queries which are related to the FDP can be sent to the official email ID. Our technical support will be floating the official email ID in the chat box for your convenience. Number three, all the participants are requested to post their queries, if any, in the chat box 10 minutes before the chat ends. Kindly write hash, then query before you type your actual query. Number four, to view the presentation or the speaker, pin or click on the name of the speaker that appears in the list of participants. At the last, after the vote of thanks, we'll request you to stay for a group photograph. Now, this is the second session of the fifth day of this FTP or refresher course. And the topic of this session is accessible e-resources, trends and friends. The speaker of this session is Dr. Pradeep Rai, who is working as librarian in Maitri College. And first of all, let me apologize here. As in the first slide of the presentation of Sir's bio note, I have wrongly spelled his name. I think Sir will not mind. And now let me start with the bio note. Can we have the presentation of the bio note, please? Dr. Pradeep Rai is presently working as librarian in Maitri College, University of Delhi. Sir is an alumnus of Delhi University with MA in Hindi, MA BSc, and MPhil in Library and Information Science. He had his doctoral degree in Library and Information Science on the topic Use of Multimedia Resources by the Library and Information Science Distance Learners of IGNOU, a case study of Delhi region, which he has obtained in the year 2010 from IGNOU. Sir started his professional career as school librarian in the year 1994. He has 26 years experience in library and information science. He is well known in the country for his professional involvement and for the development of the librarianship. In his endeavor of service to the society, Sir has started a unique step for helping the visually challenged students through on-demand audio recordings of book and one-stop services for the PWD users in the college Sir is working, that is Maitri College. He has significantly contributed to the field of library and information science through his more than 30 research articles, papers, book chapters, and 3 edited books. Sir has played key role in organizing 7 international conferences and various seminars of Indian Library Association, that is ILA. In view of his outstanding contribution and recognition, he was invited to attend the International Federation of Library Associations Global Vision 2018 Regional Workshop, Asia and Oceania, in the month of May 2018 at Hanoi, Vietnam. Sir has considerable administrative and professional experience as the coordinator of IQAC, as nodal officer of Maitri College. He served as convener of several important committees in Maitri College. Sir served as a member of Course Designing Committee of Delhi School of Journalism of the University of Delhi. His professional active involvement is reflected in his being a life member of a number of library associations and learned bodies in India. For example, ILA, ASIALA, ISLIC, Manlibnet, and Delhi Library Association. He served as General Secretary of Indian Library Association during 2013 to 2019, Vice President of Zone 4 for ISLIC, then Executive Committee member of Delhi Library Association, General Secretary, Regional Federation of South Asian Libraries Association, then again Governing Body member for Zone 4 ISLIC, then Standing Committee member of IFLA 2017 to 21. Sir is also a member of Documentation and Information Section Committee, MSD 5 of Bureau of Indian Standards from the last so many years. He is also involved as an academic counselor in IGNOU, and Sir was honored with ILA Best Promoter Award 2009, ILA Gidwani Deshpande Best Academic Librarian Award 2019, and ASIALA Innovative Librarian Award 2020 by Asian Library Association, And one thing more, sir has been the president of the Delhi University College Library Association for the past so many years. Just recently, he has left. We welcome you, sir. And now I would like to request you to share your knowledge with the participants of this course. Please,
थैंक यू
sir.
तरुणा, कुछ ज़्यादा ही हो गया. एनी वे, actually, friends, I am also from one of you, and whatever my experience is in the library field, I want to share with you. As you all know, now in this information world, information and communication technology has revolutionized the whole world, and library and its resources collection are also changed by the time. And even this COVID-19 pandemic lockdown period has made the need of the hour of electronic resources, because it was just impossible to get the print books. However, more than 50% users of the library are comfortable with the print format. So today I am giving you some of the idea about the e-resources whatever available freely on the internet. There is one, we can say, the challenge always with this ICT is all the times, if we are not able to have the connection devices, so then we are not able to access all these resources. If anything left, if connection dropped, then we cannot even talk or not share. But all these things are there, but we have to go ahead with our aim. We all are from the academic community, so our main aim is to update our knowledge, then we impart that particular instruction or knowledge to our students. And in our case, as a librarian, it is our responsibility to update our user group. In our point of view, each and every person, that may be student, staff, faculty members, whomsoever is coming to the library and utilizing the resources, that we call the user of the library, patron of the library, reader of the library. Earlier it was called as the reader. So we all are, most of the friends are from the academic community, from the colleges itself. So first of all, I will give you the idea about the services available on electronic collection based in the colleges, because we are from the colleges. So I am giving the example of my college, how we have made the e-collection, how we are sending the information to our user, how they are utilizing, what type of their challenges, and so on. So our college was established in the year of 1967, and our library was also established in the year of 1967. And right now it is located in the near Bapu Dham complex in Chanakyapuri. It was shifted in the year of 1989. Library only. Library building was made after 1 year. In India, this profession was come out after 1924-25. One of the mathematician, or we can say the professor of mathematics, Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, he was joined as the librarian of Madras Library, and he is considered as the father of library and information science. So he has given the 5 basic principles in the year of 1931 about the library and its services. Basically, these 5 principles are the guiding principles. These 5 laws are the guiding principles, and each and every service of the library is come under these laws. So the first law is books are for use. Second law is every reader his her book. Third law is every book his her every book his her reader. And fourth law is save the time of the reader. And fifth law is the library is a growing organism. So by the time all these laws has been changed, So I am giving some of the points in the digital environment, how these laws come across all these e-collection part. So the first law is books are for use. As we all aware that in the ancient times the knowledge was kept in the lock, under the lock and key. Even during before the Nalanda and so many center of culture of Indian culture at that centuries back, though, so all the collection was kept for the future generation, for utilizing for the future generation. So the Dr. S. R. Ranganathan has given the first law that these documents, these books, these e-collection, as on today we can talk about it, are for use, not kept for just for future generations or keep under lock and key. So libraries are no longer simply house of a physical collection. Knowledge is now everywhere, and books are for use, meaning that the concept pertaining to all form of knowledge, particularly in this era, the electronic format of the books, besides the physical library or physical books or the print books, the need of the for the library to serve humanity, that is collect, curate and catalog knowledge to ensure its accessibility, is as relevant and important as ever. So it is the responsibility, the part of imparting the instruction from our end to all of our user or our academic community to provide these type of information which are for use. And the second law is every reader his her book. It means it is very much clear all the times whenever you are using the library, you come to the library, whatever your requirement, what type of book you require, that should be given to the reader, given to the user. And now in this era, it is our responsibility. Every reader his her book means if he she require the electronic format, that it is our responsibility to provide the electronic collection. There are some limitation in the later part of my presentation. I will give light on those limitations, how we can overcome all those things. So we have to create or build our collection. If we are not able to find the funds, then the open access system is there. Each and every information is not priced one. So many persons, so many intellectuals, so many agencies, so many NGOs, and even the professional throughout the world come on some particular platform that is called the open access, that is available in later part. I will describe that directory of open access journal, directory of open access books, and so on. So many authors has given the access through their blogs, through their websites, and giving their intellectual part to the society free of cost. So we can utilize those resources. Even during the lockdown period, so many publishers have given the freely access to their journals, their magazines, their newspapers. So this is need of the hour, and most of the society persons and the coming growing childs are very much comfortable with the electronic resources or ICT. However, some of the persons whomsoever is above 50 or like that, they are not so comfortable. They are comfortable with the print mode. But this is the requirement, so we have to aware about it, and we can give the directions to our students. And the third law is every book his her reader. In simple words, I can say in libraries, suppose I give the example, our library is approximately 1 lakh books in our library collection. So it is not necessary that so many books are even not used first time. So our services should be like, if a user go through the collection, giving the open access, we also call that open access. They go inside the racks and find their डॉक्यूमेंट. समटाइम्स इट हैपन्स कि अगर एक कोई नावल देखने गया और उसे एक पर्टिकुलर नावल चाहिए था, तो उसने देखा कि एक सूटेबल बॉय बाई विक्रम सेठ भी वहाँ रखा है, तो उसे पता ही नहीं था कि ये बुक वहाँ है. तो जब उसे पता लगा था तो वो इशू कराते हैं या उसको यूज़ करते हैं. सो लाइक दैट एवरी बुक find its user itself. If we are having the services, if we are having the idea, if we are guiding our students go in the collection and find out a particular type of political theory book in the political science racks, definitely they will find so many authored books or so many other titles which are even not given in our suggested readings, and they can utilize those books. So this is the law or the guiding principle ki every book is a reader. Dr. Ranganathan sir believed that a library system must devise and offer many methods to ensure that each item find its appropriate reader. The third law, every book is her reader, can be interpreted to mean that every knowledge resource is useful to an individual or individuals, no matter how specialized and no matter how small the audience may be. कोई भी हो, अगर if we are having only the 3,200 users or some libraries having the 500 users, so our aim should be to give every book its reader. The fourth law is, besides the electronic part, it is our responsibility, if we are having huge number of collection in open access electronically available, so we should create links and we should find the ways and means to connect our particular user to the correct reader. The fourth law is save the time of the reader. It is very much clear that all the times our services should be like this, so that a user will find minimum time to get that particular document or book or e-book. And in case of electronic collection, it is very much easy to pass on the e-content or link of the e-content in a short while. And digitization and democratization access to knowledge, ये इसने तो पूरा रेवोल्यूशनाइज कर दिया. होम सो एवर is doing all these type of things, and out of the copyright books they are scanning or digitizing. So many institutions, they have done a very great job. All these great works of knowledge are now easily shared. The challenge as the universe of digital knowledge expand is it to chart all areas of this universe, so that free access doesn't mean impossible to find. The fourth law of library science, save the time of the reader, dictates that all patrons should be able to locate the material they desire easily, quickly and efficiently. उनका टाइम वेस्ट ना हो, उनको सही समय पे सही इंफॉर्मेशन मिले. And the fifth law is, library is a growing organism. Library is a growing organism. By the time it is just like the child growth and adult growth. It is just like organism. It should be grow in with respect to collection or changes whatever coming in the society, or we can indicate the ICT, information and communication technology. So this fifth law of Dr. Ranganathan, the library is a growing organism, requires that a library must continually change and must update its collection, its method for ensuring access, and now its virtual presence. अब तो सब कुछ वर्चुअल है. Virtual means we are not aware where this document is located, but we are using that. So one more idea he has given, that the right information to the right user at the right time in the right personal way should be given to the user. So most of the services which we are covering in our library, we provide all the information through notices. Some of our faculty members are also participant in this FDP. They are aware about the services. If I am wrong, they may correct me. We are providing information, each type of information, notices through the mail, from last 4-5 years. And one service is current awareness service. Whatever we are getting newly added in our collection, we are providing through the mail. Also, we display on the notice boards to find the this type of documents we have acquired in the library, so that those documents, those books may be referred to the students in their studies. And the selective dissemination of information, if we have any request from our faculty member or our students, mostly from the faculty members, we got the requests like helping in some bibliographies, or some of the faculty members are doing the research. So usually they come and try to find out the ways and means for their literature review, and how they can access the Scopus and other databases available online at our wide area network. We are at the wide area network of Delhi University. And we have started a very new service, or we can say the good service, during this pandemic situation. Previous year's question papers and syllabuses we have digitized and shared through emails, and from the last month onwards we have created the Google Drive links for those resources, and those resources are available on Mathri College website library web page under resources. Anyone can use those resources, those question paper, those syllabus. Previous year's question paper syllabuses are very much needed by the students who going outside the country, and for their higher studies they require their particular syllabus for taking the transcript from the university. And we also organize the information literacy program for students and faculty regularly, as well as at the starting of every new session, which includes how to access e-resources and its hands-on training. Dear friends, one of the basic requirement is we are using so much of devices, so many informations available, but how to access is the most important. We have also created the tutorials and displayed on our website how to access, how you have to go to the website, how you can insert your username and password, how you can find your document. This is the most important aspect. And by keeping in view this aspect, I have started every year how to access e-resources subscribed by the Mathri College to the students. We are taking the class wise how to access e-resources program. होता क्या है कि at the time of starting the session, orientation is just the overview about the library, overview about the services, and how to become the member. But we have started this from 2016 onwards. Mostly 22 23 sections are there. We do it through class mode, so it is very much easy by the students to aware about the availability of subscribed electronic resources in our library. As well as we conduct the exhibition of the our library collection, keeping in view the every book its reader, third law of library science. Whatever we are having in our library, we display that particular collection on a particular time. Like Gandhi ji, we are having more than 500 books. Whole collection we display on the tables during 1 week from October to in the first week of October. Like we have displayed the Dr. Ambedkar's collection on 14th April. Last year to ho nahi paya, but we usually conduct these type of book exhibition of our collection. Selective dissemination of information for special user of the library. Assistance to visually impaired users, low vision users through Lex camera etc. I think इस पे बहुत कुछ बताया होगा जो relevant expert आए होंगे, तो ये भी हम यूज़ करते हैं ताकि visually impaired users है, they are also the part and parcel of the intellectual community like us. जैसा कि विपिन तिवारी जी भी बोल रहे थे और प्रमोद जी ने भी बताया, तो हमें उनको सेंट्रल प्लेस पे लेके चलना है, एंड दे आर, वो हमसे बहुत आगे हैं. गॉड हैज़ गिवन द ability to them. I can mention Dr. Smriti Singh, Mary Choti Behan. He is very intelligent. All the times come and so many queries. Sometimes I have to find from my resources or from here and there, but I satisfy her needs, academic needs. And encouraging the library staff to participate for the overall growth of the institution and use of technology in providing services of the users. We keep the user at central place. All the times it is our special instruction to our staff, as and when any user come, first of all provide them the services, provide them the book. And right now we are having huge number of electronic resources, so we provide them all these things. And we are using the best use of weeded out books through displaying in the library and free of cost given to all the users. Governing body has given us the authority. We have 5,500 books we read out in 2017. So we have displayed in the library, and all the books have been taken by the users, teachers or students. So it is also helpful. Otherwise those books, the discarded books, have no use. But now if the student or teachers has taken those books at their residence, they may utilize that particular piece of information. And we are also fulfilling the objective of our organization, like Clean India, Green India, by reuse of waste paper. We are having the facility to reuse the paper through Jagruti NGO, and we give them the waste paper and they give us some printing paper, etc., etc. And we have our library is computerized, automated through Soul software. And we have also created the institutional repository, but right now it is available on the intranet, not on internet. So these are some of the services we are providing. I want to have the light on these. And these two computers we have displayed on our help desk for person with disability at the ground floor. User has to come there and use these JAWS, Supernova or NVIDIA. And besides that, if they want to take any book, they will be provided service on this desk only. No need to go to the collection, just they give the requirement and our staff will fulfill the needs of these type of users. So, and besides that, we are also having the Braille library membership of University of Delhi, that is bl.du.ac.in. They are having very good collection related to our syllabus, etc. And the username and password is with the library and they can use. And also they are also having the membership. We are having 2-3 persons. And this Sugam Pustakala is also described by some of the expert earlier, I have been told. So this is also very good solution for the differently abled persons. They are having the DAISY Forum of India and TCS efforts, and they are having very good collection. And if we want to take the membership, then we have to pay we must make the provision to take the membership of this Sugam Pustakalaya in our library, in our colleges, so that the availability of the electronic format resources will be easy for this type of users. For this purpose we have to take डेजी फोरम की मेंबरशिप हमें लेनी पड़ेगी 2000 की, एंड देन द सुगम पुस्तकालय इज फ्रीली अवेलेबल विद अस. And there are n number of documents there, and publishers have collaborated. More than 6 lakhs books available for downloads, and membership DAISY books more than 21,000, and total format in libraries in DAISY India Library 9, total languages in all libraries in DAISY India Library is 17. So all these information is there. Now I come on the point, that is electronic resource. What is electronic resource? First of all, I want to give the light on it. The information and communication technology is the important buzzword of the today's world. It is the change the society into information society and its way of life. Earlier in 1969, one of the library scientists told that in the coming decades, the whole world will be paperless. And like that, the ICT came into existence, especially internet in 1960s by the US security, and no one aware that it will go in the long journey like this. So this ICT has changed the whole world. Information is coming at a very fast rate. So it is challenging also. If we are having only 10 books in my cupboard, it is very easy to go through those books and their contents. If I am having the 25,000 books, then I have to make some arrangements to find out the particular needed chapter, particular needed in piece of information. So it is not an easy task for the handling the e-resources. This is my main submission. The rapid growth of ICT have given rise to the evolution of several new jargons like paperless society, electronic resources, portals, gateways, digital libraries, and so on. E-resources are those resources which include documents in electronic or e-format that can be accessed via internet. We know normally this definition. However, electronic resources are of two types. One is born digital and another is created or digitized. Digitized में क्या होता है कि we scan that particular book through some software in PDF, or there are so many softwares where we can scan the document and edit that with frames, etc., etc. So that is one part, and another is born digital. Whatever writing through the typing mode and just save and share, that is born digital. So these type of e-resources are there. Most of the journals are born digital. We used to send our articles in open access journals, and through email they utilize our as it is article, as it is typed version in there, just change the formatting. So e-resources are those resources which include documents in electronic or e-format that can be accessed from anywhere through the internet, or even in case of we are having the offline mode in our library, then using through the computer. E-resources in some instances are replacing print-based information sources, which have been in place of centuries as the primary medium for storage and communication of recorded information. So, in earlier times, if I talk about the first type of knowledge storage, देन अगर आप जो हिस्ट्री के साथी होंगे उनको पता है कि इट वाज स्टार्टेड पहले जो है ना पत्थरों पे, पहले कपड़ों पे लिखा, पत्तों पे लिखा, फिर पत्थरों पे आ गए, फिर शिलालेख लिखे जाने लगे, धीरे 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 15th सेंचुरी में जब प्रिंटिंग प्रेस आई है तो इसने पूरा रेवोल्यूशनाइज कर दिया. ईच एंड एवरीथिंग वाज प्रिंटेड थ्रू द प्रिंटिंग प्रेस. The use of electronic resources is the need of hour of the present day. Definitely now it is no doubt from the last more than 1 year we are depending and using the e-resources. Latest and up-to-date information is available in the form of electronic resources, and this will definitely have an impact on the quality of research. Now doing research is very easy. Earlier, if some of the faculty members who have done their PhD in 2000 or 2005, it was very difficult to find out the literature review issue, but now it is very much easy. Anyone can go through the Scopus, Web of Science and databases, just search and find the latest one. Even अगर 2021 के articles हैं, that is available online. So anyone can download and utilize for their research purpose in their literature review. If we observe the publication pattern of the developed countries, majority of the publications are in electronic form, whereas in India the trend is emerging. Now we are going in this side. However, most of the intellectual persons are comfortable with the print. Lekin whenever it is need of the hour, so we have to go by this. The basic feature of an e-resource is huge information area. if I can say ki lakhs of books are available on a particular link and you can use, but it is वेरी मच नीडेड टू स्मार्ट सर्च. अदरवाइज़ क्या होगा, गूगल की तरह से हम खो जाएंगे इस इंफॉर्मेशन वर्ल्ड में. सो आवर सर्च शुड बी स्मार्ट एंड पिन पॉइंटेड. अप टू डेट इन्फॉर्मेशन अगर लेनी है तो पिन पॉइंटेड हमें सर्च करनी पड़ेगी. मल्टीमीडिया फॉर्मेट में अवेलेबल है, इंटरेक्टिव है. अर्लियर इन प्रिंट फॉर्मेट इट इज़ जस्ट इम्पॉसिबल. Quick information retrieval. If I am at my home or in my college, I can download, I can use, I can access even at the 1 p.m. in the night, 1 a.m. in the night or 12 p.m. So there is no hassle in it, and 24/7 it is available. And as well as multidisciplinary approach, I can use any discipline documents or journals or available resources. And peer reviewed information sources are available now. Open access journals are there. They are taking the manuscripts of the candidate and then go through it and review it and then publish it, and sometimes they send for revision. And various search options are there if we go, but in case of print format we have to go through each and every page through index, or earlier concordance word was there. Concordance in the last of the printed book, they have given some of the links of a particular keyword. And now standardized citations are also there. The researchers may aware that the citation is very much needed. And resources on the internet available is e-journals, e-books, preprints. Preprints means whatever printed by the publisher or by the author, available in preprint mode. And bibliographical tools. Bibliographical tools means the bibliography on a particular discipline, particular subject, particular research topic. Newspapers, dictionaries, encyclopedias, directories, technical reports, patents. And in case of standards, patents, library catalogs, softwares, all these things, magazine, databases, films, ऑडियो सॉन्ग्स, कंपनीज, इंस्टीट्यूशन, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, इनकी जितनी भी इंफॉर्मेशन है वो सब ई रिसोर्सेज के फॉर्मेट में अवेलेबल है. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक बुक्स आर द डिजिटल प्रिजर्वेशन of the printed books and available in many e-readable formats. This is one of the example, that is Enlist. Enlist, I think all the colleges, more than 80 to 85% are the member, and just on a minimal subscription by the UGC, InflibNet, Information and Library Network, we are having the access, and lakhs of books are there. Even one link is eBrary, that is having 1,30,000 books, and so many research journals, JSTOR, etc., etc. So if your college is not having the membership of Enlist, you must go for the Enlist membership, and you must say your librarian to subscribe it, or through your library committee you can subscribe. This is the Enlist, National Library and Information Services Infrastructure for Scholarly Contents. And as this screen shows, this is the membership login. For example, we are having the membership of Enlist, so we have to create the username and password from our end. And I want to indicate an example. During the COVID period, whomsoever has not taken the membership of Enlist, क्योंकि स्टार्टिंग में हम सब बच्चों को कहते हैं कि यू शुड कम एंड गिव योर यूज़र your email, etc., and then we can prepare your username and password, and that go on their emails. But during this period we have created from in anticipation from our end and sent to each and every user. So through this member login you can enter. Nowadays they have given this connection is not fully secure, but we can go by this, and at the time of the submission we have to fill our username and password. I will give you idea about only two searches, that is you may use, so many maybe use all these information, but I want to share two three things in it. I have inserted my username and password. Just a moment, I check my password. So when I have inserted the username and password, the screen is like this. Here we are having the subscribed e-journals and e-books. If we see the e-journal full text, American Institute of Physics, Annual Review, Economic and Political Weekly, Indian Journal, Institute of Physics, JSTOR is having more than 2500 titles in this JSTOR. Here you can use, and Oxford University Press 262, Royal Society of Chemistry 29, H.W. Wilson, Cambridge University Press. So the main useful thing is eBrary, which is having the undergraduate level books here. This is the eBrary. Now it is having the 1,50,000 plus books. Earlier it was having only 1,25,000. Then last year 1,30,000, and now. So you have to search. First of all, I want to say whatever available in print format, that is not necessarily available here. So we have to search the required information through keywords or the titles. Like अगर मैं सर्च करता हूँ टेक्स्ट बुक of botany. Pramod ji, I think I am audible to all of you. So by this, if I want to limit my search by year, I can search in 2027 titles per there. Biology for development, right? Like this. If I go through this available and search, I can download the book, I can print the book, I can save the book, I can read online the book. Some of the contents are available only 50 to 60 पेजेस डेली बेसिस पे आप उसको कॉपी कर सकते हैं या डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं या प्रिंट कर सकते हैं. और ऐसा भी नहीं है आपने पहले दिन 1 से 50 पेज कर लिया, नेक्स्ट डे 51 से 100 कर लीजिए. यू कैन डू लाइक दिस, बट बाय फॉलोइंग द गाइडलाइंस ऑफ कॉपीराइट. इट शुड नॉट बी यूज्ड फॉर द कॉमर्शियल पर्पज. So you can read online from here. Just click and you can read online. So whole book is here. The most interesting part is, if I want to search anything within the book, I can search here. Any content I can search here. And I can use for my teaching, I can use for my assignment, like this. So wherever it is there, it will be fine. Introduction में है 169 result for biology, like that we can use. And one more thing, on the right hand side, you can see my cursor is here, bookshelf. If I can click on bookshelf, need not to search next time, it will be kept on my bookshelf, and my bookshelf is there. Fundamental of Botany is already there, Sony की किताब. So it will be added like this. So we can kept or save to bookshelves. And how to use this is the important. If we can make the groups of users 5 or 6, and we can search our suggested reading content part in various books here and make the create. We have tried a lot during May and June 2020, and some of we have created. So but due to the staff is not जो junior staff है, that is not so much of capable to find out the particular content, but I have tried a lot. We can do like this, and we our students can make the group and they can share all these books themselves. It will be helpful and saving the time. So this is one part. And another part is one more example I want to give. So many publishers has given their links like Springer, uh, कैम्ब्रिज बुक ऑनलाइन में 1800 टाइटल्स हैं, एब्सको होस्ट 936, and this do two links through National Digital Library available. South Asia Archives and World eBook Library is having crores of ebooks in various languages of the world. So we can use those resources, but main concern is to utilize those resources on the basis of your requirement, और इंफॉर्मेशन वर्ल्ड में खोना नहीं है हमें, वरना तो क्या होगा, लाइब्रेरी में अगर मेरी लाइब्रेरी में देखें 1 लाख बुक है, मैं पूरे जीवन भर नहीं पढ़ सकता, ठीक है ना। तो वो फिर हमें ध्यान रखना है कि बाय द टाइम उसको यूज़ करना है। इसमें एक टाइटल और है वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग, दैट इज़ EPW, इकोनॉमिक एंड पॉलिटिकल वीकली। Economic and Political Weekly is available from 1966 to till date. Anyone can have reference of the previous, then they can use those resources. And the full text is available. This is the latest issue, Democracy, and suppose I want to use the archives. Archives. (1949 to 1965), some of the issues are missing. I have tried a lot, so that is why I am saying that this is 1966 to 2021. Suppose I am in need of a article which published in 1977 and in November issue. So just I have to click that and the issue open. This is 1977 issue. Suppose I want this article, New Delhi plan making exercises. So I can click it and the document will be open right now. We can download this article, download PDF version. This is this side. If I download, it will come on my screen, and this is the plan making exercises of the article written by BM. Even the page numbers are there. So like this we can use these resources. So now I am signing out from this account. Just I have given 2 examples and n number of links are there. You can use yourself, and if you find any problem you can talk to me and or your librarian. So NList is provided by the Information and Library Network. Like that, Delnet is there, Developing Library Network, situated in Delhi, and they are providing very good service on interlibrary loan, and various libraries come on a particular platform like a network, and we are having the membership. Then you may aware about the SWIM. So many MOOCs and courses are there, and National Digital Library. So National Digital Library is also very good source of information. Earlier there was provision to just simply log in here, just simple registration is there, but now this is having, I think, more than 6 crore ebooks. You can search any book here. Suppose I search history of India. Now they have given, and even we have displayed the various free links on our website also for our students and teachers. Like History of India में बहुत सारी books आ गई, used in school, history of India from prehistory 1206 AD. So all these things have been prepared by the IIT. This is invalid identifier. Maybe the book is not available right now. Administrator, they are given this you can, this is history of ideas. There may be some problem in it also. So this is the basic problem. Sometimes it happens if we are not on the proper or server issue, then it will go aside. Any book we can search. Your search should be smart. चलो हम कोई फाइटोमॉर्फोलॉजी सर्च करते हैं बॉटनी वालों की. फाइटोमॉर्फोलॉजी, इस पे कोई बुक है क्या यहाँ पर इंग्लिश मीडियम में? ये दिस इज डायरेक्टरी ऑफ ओपन एक्सेस जर्नल्स में अवेलेबल है, मॉडर्न फाइटोलॉजी, एंड दिस इज 11.1. you can see. So the point is lakhs of lakhs, crores of crores documents available freely and anyone can access. I think right now there may be some server issue, and you can try it, and they have also given the point, leave a message for the administrator, or you can go on their home page of DSpace. Like SWIM, I think most of us have done the MOOC course. They are also providing very good source of information through videos and through scan materials. So this is the Ministry of Education project, and earlier it was Ministry of Human Resource Development. And one more important point is eGyan Kosh. This is National Digital Repository to store, index, preserve, distribute and share the digital learning resources. I want to share my experience. During this time, some of the students called me. So I have given those students the link of eGyan Kosh. In eGyan Kosh and Easy Pathshala, there are so many master's level students content is there. So they are saying the self-learning instructional material, and course wise is there. If I go to BA Honors English, this is there, BA Honors English. कोर कोर्सेज क्या हैं उनके, एबिलिटी इन्हांसमेंट कोर्सेज क्या है, ये सब ओपन एक्सेस रिपोजिटरी हैं उनकी, कोई भी इसको यूज़ कर सकता है. नो नीड टू, if you are having the number in your mind, or you are having the reference of a particular unit, then you can search directly. oh, internal system error ये होता है, ये इलेक्ट्रॉनिक पार्ट. अब आ रही होगी मेरी आवाज़ आपको?
अच्छा जी हाँ बिल्कुल.
चलिए कोई और सब्जेक्ट सर्च करके देखते हैं, हम पॉलिटिकल साइंस करते हैं. ये सेल्फ लर्निंग इंस्ट्रक्शनल मटेरियल हिंदी में भी अवेलेबल है. ये राजनीतिक सिद्धांत का परिचय. अब अगर अभी भी नहीं चलेगा तो इनके भी सर्वर में एरर है कुछ आज, वरना ये चलता है. सपोज़ हमें राजनीतिक बहस में, सिद्धांत में बहस पे देखना है, तो ये हमारा यूनिट, इस यूनिट में, इस ब्लॉक में इतनी यूनिट है. सपोज़ ये हमें 12 यूनिट करना है, शालिनी गुप्ता का लिखा हुआ. ये 3-4 स्टेप हमें जाना पड़ेगा ऐसे, और फिर व्यू एंड ओपन हो जाएगा यहाँ से. और अगर आपको फुल डॉक्यूमेंट के रिकॉर्ड देखने हैं तो साइड बाय साइड देखते जाएंगे. ये देखिए आप, ये पूरा डॉक्यूमेंट यू कैन डाउनलोड, यू कैन प्रिंट इट, यू कैन यूज़ फॉर एकेडमिक पर्पज इज नो प्रॉब्लम इन इट। 11 पेज का एक बार में डाउनलोड हो गया। तो वी कैन यूज इवन, एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द अंडर ग्रेजुएट लेवल कंटेंट्स आर मैचिंग विद आवर सिलेबस ऑल्सो, क्योंकि अंडर ग्रेजुएट लेवल पे कोर्सेज तो वही रहेंगे ना। ओनली प्रॉब्लम इज विद द हिंदी एंड संस्कृत स्टूडेंट्स। ई रिसोर्सेज की जो अवेलेबिलिटी है हिंदी और संस्कृत में थोड़ी कम है, प्रमोद जी जानते हैं, लेकिन बहुत सारे लोगों ने इस पे काम किया है। जैसे इंदिरा गांधी नेशनल सेंटर फॉर आर्ट्स है, बहुत सारे ऐसे लोग हैं जिन्होंने ब्लॉग्स बनाए हैं, उन्होंने स्कैन कर करके मटेरियल को डाला है जो आउट ऑफ कॉपीराइट है। ऐसे ही ईजी पाठशाला है इनकी। ईजी पाठशाला जो है ये भी एक ई ज्ञान कोश की एक नेशनल रिपोजिटरी होगी, और ऐसे ही ई ज्ञान कोश के बाद ईजी पाठशाला है। ये जो ईजी पाठशाला है इसमें पोस्ट ग्रेजुएट स्टूडेंट्स के लिए भी कंटेंट है। इसमें ई अध्ययन और मूक वगैरह इसी के अंडर आते हैं। 3 पॉइंट हैं इसके ईजी पाठशाला के, ई अध्ययन, यूजीसी मॉक एंड ई पथ्य ऑफलाइन एक्सेस है, और ई बुक्स और इनकी ऑनलाइन है। ई अध्ययन में भी आप 700 प्लस ई बुक्स हैं, आप इनको सर्च कर सकते हैं, देख सकते हैं। लेकिन पॉइंट वही है कि यू हैव टू सर्च on the basis of smart search and not necessarily available the print material whatever available in the market। like यहाँ देखिए इन्होंने सब्जेक्ट वाइज इसको किया है, तो आप सब्जेक्ट वाइज इसको ढूंढ सकते हैं। देखिए अब मैं अपने सब्जेक्ट को ढूंढता हूँ, लाइब्रेरी एंड इंफॉर्मेशन साइंस, ठीक है। इसमें मैंने सर्च किया लाइब्रेरी यूज़ एंड यूजर स्टडी, फिर इसमें मैंने मॉड्यूल सर्च किया। सपोज़ मैं रीसेंट ट्रेंड्स इन यूज़र एजुकेशन देखना चाहता हूँ, तो ई टेक्स्ट ये क्लिक करते ही 101 से 13 पेज का मेरे पास आ जाएगा, ये आ गया, और इसको मैं यहाँ से यूज़ कर सकता हूँ। तो रिसोर्सेज आर इन बल्क एंड एन नंबर ऑफ रिसोर्सेज आर देयर, एनीवन कैन यूज़, एनीवन कैन डाउनलोड, right? So I am skipping other e-gyan course and easy pathshala part, and e-अध्ययन and UGC MOOC and e-पथ, ये सब e-पथ तो जो है ना ऑफलाइन है, इसमें से कुछ कुछ इन्होंने डाला है। एंड नाउ आई कम ऑन द पॉइंट ऑफ पब्लिक डोमेन रिसोर्सेज। देर इज़ वन बेसिक थिंग इन आवर माइंड, ईच एंड एवरी पर्सन इज सर्चिंग द गूगल, and Google is not having all the information in authentic information. So many, अगर मैं आज डाल दूं कि आई एम दी प्राइम मिनिस्टर ऑफ सो एंड सो कंट्री, तो और मैंने अपने ब्लॉग पे डाल दिया, कोई सर्च करेगा तो उस सर्च में मेरा नाम आ जाएगा। सो लाइक दैट। सो पब्लिक डोमेन रिसोर्सेज में भी वो रिसोर्सेज जो ऑथेंटिक हैं उनको हमें यूज करना चाहिए। Internet Archives is a non-profit library of millions of free books, movies, software, music and so on। 5,50,000 से ज़्यादा ई बुक्स हैं, आप इनको यूज़ कर सकते हैं। नेशनल रिपोजिटरी ऑफ ओपन एजुकेशनल रिसोर्सेज, ये बहुत बढ़िया इनिशिएटिव स्टार्ट किया था MHRD ने, अब नाउ इट इज़ मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एजुकेशन। सो यू कैन यूज़ द एकेडमिक रिसोर्सेज, ओपन एजुकेशनल रिसोर्सेज, NROER, open educational resources। Then the manybooks.net, it is having more than 21,000 books। Get free ebooks is a free ebook site where you can download free ebooks totally free। All the ebooks within the site are legally downloadable, free ebooks, उसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, आप डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं। एक और है pdfdrive.com, मेरे ख्याल आपने लॉकडाउन में खूब यूज़ करी होगी, उसमें भी बहुत बुक्स हैं। फ्री कंप्यूटर buks.com, इस पे कंप्यूटर्स के बहुत सारे लेक्चर, टेक्निकल रिपोर्ट्स, मैथमेटिक्स के ट्यूटोरियल्स हैं, कंप्यूटर प्रोग्राम्स हैं, वो सारी चीज़ें इस पे अवेलेबल हैं। प्रमोद जी आप ये लिंक्स ज़रूर शेयर कराएंगे, हम अपने बच्चों को शेयर करते हैं, एक हम तो वर्ड फाइल में डाल देते हैं और बच्चों को भेज देते हैं, जो बच्चे को करना है करे। और जैसे आज मैं आपसे बात कर रहा हूँ, जब हम उनके लिए स्पेशल हाउ टू एक्सेस प्रोग्राम ऑर्गेनाइज करते हैं तो उनमें से कुछ कुछ बता देते हैं, क्योंकि ये इतने सारे लिंक हैं, अगर मैं बताना शुरू करूँगा तो शायद मुझे महीनों लगेंगे, एक एक भी बताऊँगा तो। लेकिन मैंने कोशिश की है कि जो रिलेटेड टू आवर एकेडमिक कंटेंट हैं, उन साइट्स को ढूंढने की कोशिश की है। ANU सोशल साइंस ई बुक साइबर लाइब्रेरी है, वहाँ से लिंक है, वहाँ से ले सकते हैं। टेक बुक्स फॉर फ्री डाउनलोड एंड फ्री ई बुक्स प्रोजेक्ट गुटेनबर्ग, दिस इज़ द फर्स्ट गुटेनबर्ग प्रोजेक्ट। इस पे सबसे पहले यहाँ से स्टार्ट हुआ था गुटेनबर्ग प्रोजेक्ट। इस पे बहुत सारी बुक्स अवेलेबल है, आप डोनेट भी कर सकते हैं, आप इस पे यूज भी कर सकते हैं। सपोज़ हम कोई शेक्सपियर का शुरू करते हैं, क्योंकि शेक्सपियर आई थिंक दैट इज़ आउट ऑफ कॉपीराइट। शेक्सपियर मे बी सम बुक्स, शेक्सपियर की स्पेलिंग गलत हो गई। यस, मैकबेथ इज़ देयर, ट्रेजेडी ऑफ रोमियो जूलियट इज़ देयर। Suppose any student want to utilize the Othello, the Mure of Venice play of William Shakespeare, then it can be utilized from here. You can download, you can use, you can save in the Google Drive. Gutenberg is very good. Now this is the directory of open access journals. This covers so many journals, all authentic journals, all are having the research articles covering 125 countries, 80 languages in all field. Suppose I want to search title or subjects, suppose हम सोशियोलॉजी करते हैं, देखते हैं उनके कौन कौन से जर्नल हैं, जो जर्नल्स के आर्टिकल अवेलेबल हैं सोशियोलॉजी पे। 54,591 indexed articles are there, right? One more thing, if the author has not given the full text, then its abstract is only there. ये इनकी टर्म्स कंडीशंस जब आप पढ़ेंगे तो आपको पता लग जाएगा। And some of the open access have given the facility to request and then they provide the full text. दिस इज़ द पोर्टल जर्नल ऑफ मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी इंटरनेशनल स्टडीज़, इसमें कुछ सोशियोलॉजी से रिलेटेड है, राइट? सो यू कैन सर्च फ्रॉम हियर एज पर योर रिक्वायरमेंट एंड इफ़ दैट इज़ देयर। इसमें टाइम नहीं लगेगा का हमें, अगर इफ़ वी bifurcate our time to searching all these things, it will not take more than 1 week, and we can have a very good repository of our own for utilizing these resources for our teaching, learning, or guiding the students. And this is FORDOC, free online dictionary of computer. Free tech book, bookboon.com, freeebouquet.com library. Science Direct is having some of the part partially accessible through open access. Is not accessible, like Mathematical Atlas. So all these sites are freely. Now I come on the point, I have given so many links and these links are changing day by day or adding new links coming. Just I have given few of them, and if you find whole world इनका एक अलग से बना हुआ है ई रिसोर्सेज का, तो वो भी हो सकता है। And one benefit is we can use it 24/7/365 through internet from anywhere, and definitely misuse is also there. So being an academician, it is our responsibility to use these resources ethically. अब आप सब जानते हैं कि मैं थोड़ा सा ये बताना चाहूँगा कि ई रिसोर्सेज के ये नुकसान है, तो उनमें प्लेजरिज्म भी एक इशू है। Most of the faculty members now aware that we have to be clear, and our article should be, or the publication should be the below 10% plagiarism, and it is serious issue. Most of the time earlier 20 or 30 years back पता ही नहीं लगता था किसने क्या छापा, और कहाँ से आ गया और किसने क्या कॉपी कर लिया. नाउ इट इज़ ओपन टू ऑल, एनी वन कैन चेक. बट what exactly is plagiarism? Why is plagiarism considered such a serious issue? And how has online research tools and new digital technology assets changed the way students and academic institutions approach the problem so far? So इस पे हमें बहुत ध्यान से सोचना होगा. ये है क्या, हम दूसरे की कॉपी कर लेना, फैब्रिकेट कर लेना, and even sometimes intentionally we change some paragraph. So all these things come under this. I am skipping the definition. Basically all the faculty members are aware about this. Sometimes this may be happen कि some unintentionally we can use, हमें पता ही नहीं होता, हम यूज़ कर लेते हैं. So the main thing is we cannot use the work or idea of any person in our intellectual content, in our intellectual, we can say the research articles or books. And as July 23rd 2018 उन्होंने कहा भी है कि पूरा एक प्लेजरिज्म का रेगुलेशन आ गया कि आपको यूज़ नहीं करना है, और करना है तो 10% से बिलो हो, 14 वर्ड से ज़्यादा आप कॉपी नहीं कर सकते. एंड इवन वन मोर थिंग, अगर ऐसा भी नहीं है कि सपोज आई take so many references and gave the references and my own article is only just 1000 words and the referred one is 3000 words, so that is also not acceptable. So it goes to the research misconduct, fabrication, falsification. So we have to avoid it for our research purpose especially, and in general we can utilize in our teaching by referring. जैसा आप जानते हैं प्लेजरिज्म के बहुत सारे एग्जाम्पल हैं. ये जो पिक्चर आई थी उसमें कहा कि भाई ये तो जो है ना हमारा वो है, इस पे कॉपीराइट आपने कैसे यूज़ कर लिया, हमारा ब्रेन चाइल्ड था ये. तो समटाइम्स इट हैपन्स कि कुछ शॉर्टकट कर लेते हैं कि भाई जल्दी करना है, सबमिट करना है, ये करना है, वो करना है, मुझे आर्टिकल चाहिए, प्रमोशन में चाहिए, अनइंटेंशनली यूज़ किया, कई बार एक्सीडेंटली यूज़ कर लिया. तो चैलेंजेस हैं, इसमें कोई डाउट नहीं है, चैलेंजेस हैं. और कॉपिंग हम ना चाहते हुए भी कर लेते हैं, या आइडिया तो कोई ना कहीं से लेते ही है कोई ना कोई. सो इट इज़ वेरी मच नीडेड टू अवॉइड दिस टाइप ऑफ प्लेजरिज्म और टैक्स. And even the self plagiarism is also, you may aware that more than 30% we cannot use our self, वो भी self plagiarism में आ जाता है. मैंने आर्टिकल लिखा 2009 में और 2021 में उसी में से मैंने अपना कुछ कंटेंट ले लिया, एज इट इज़ ले लिया, तो वो भी ठीक नहीं है, उसके लिए भी गाइडलाइंस हैं. और बिसाइड्स दैट द रॉन्ग रेफरेंसिंग, समटाइम्स दिस में हैपन कि रिटन बाय समवन एल्स एंड आई एम रेफरिंग समवन. सो दिस इज़ ऑल्सो अनएथिकल. एंड दीज आर दी सम ऑफ द कंसिक्वेंसेस. उसमें ऑथर, रिव्यूअर, एडिटर, जो कॉन्फ्रेंस हो रही है, द कॉन्फ्रेंस चेयर, इन सबको नुकसान होता है, या इंस्टीट्यूट जो रिसर्च के उनको नुकसान होता है, क्योंकि उनके कंटेंट को हम यूज़ कर रहे हैं विदाउट मैंशनिंग दैम. एंड दिस इज़ ऑल्सो प्रेशर. इनफॉर्मल है, रिकॉग्निशन चाहिए, मुझे तो प्रोफेसर बनना है, स्टेटस लेना है, या कहीं से फ़ंड लेना है, मैंने आर्टिकल लिखे हैं, मेरा इतना जो है स्कोर है. फॉर्मल में हमें एम्प्लॉयमेंट चाहिए, भाई मुझे तो इतने आर्टिकल चाहिए तब मेरा पब्लिकेशन का होगा, या प्रमोशन में चाहिए. तो ये प्रेशर है, लेकिन वी कैन अवॉइड कैसे कर सकते हैं हम? रेफरेंसिंग और पैराफ्रेजिंग करके हम उसको अवॉइड कर सकते हैं. रेफरेंसिंग में तो हम रेफरेंस देंगे उनके प्रॉपर, लेकिन जैसे मैंने बताया बहुत ज़्यादा नहीं, उसके पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट्स हैं, उससे ज़्यादा नहीं ले सकते हम. और मैं ये भी बताना चाहता था कि रेफरेंसिंग है ना, ये भी एक बड़ा इशू है. और व्हाट टाइप ऑफ रेफरेंस फॉर्मेट यू आर यूजिंग, APA, MLA, शिकागो मैनुअल और AMA, अलग अलग तरह के फॉर्मेट्स हैं, और इंडियन स्टैंडर्ड तो आजकल लोग यूज़ ही नहीं करते. बट द लेटेस्ट MS ऑफिस इज़ हैविंग द फैसिलिटी ऑफ क्रिएटिंग द ऑनलाइन referencing or bibliography, and you can create one time and you can change them. If I create in the APA and if I want to at the later stage style MLA, then I can change. So this is available in the MS Office itself. हाँ, नाउ द पॉइंट इज़ पैराफ्रेजिंग यूजिंग ए सॉफ्टवेयर. कुछ लोग जो ना मिसकंडक्ट करने के लिए उसके चेंज कर देते हैं साइंटिफिक राइटिंग या उसको, तो वो भी नहीं होना चाहिए, एथिकल होना चाहिए, क्योंकि बहुत सारे सॉफ्टवेयर हैं वो उसको चेक कर देते हैं. इसके बाद पॉइंट आता है कि आप इसको चेक कैसे करेंगे. मैं आपको 3 चीज़ मेंशन करना चाहूँगा. एक तो शोध गंगा, आई थिंक मोस्ट ऑफ यू अवेयर अबाउट इट. शोध गंगा is the digital repository of PhD thesis submitted by submitted to the various universities, and mandatory है कि they have to submit it in the शोध गंगा. So if you want to use, if you want to utilize any research work of any PhD researcher, you can use, you can download, you can access. Besides that, another is जो मित्रगण अभी PhD करना चाहते हैं उनके लिए एक पोर्टल है शोध गंगा, शोध शुद्धि हो गया उरकुंड, और शोध गंगोत्री. शोध गंगोत्री में जितनी भी यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में PhD के लिए रजिस्टर हुए हैं लोग, उनको अपनी सिनॉप्सिस वहाँ अपलोड करनी होती है कंपल्सरीली. सो यू कैन यूज़. Earlier, there was only one tool, International Dissertation Abstract, and which cover all the dissertations submitted by various universities. It take sometimes 10 years, and as well as the Association of Indian Universities is publishing weekly basis पे यूनिवर्सिटी न्यूज़. तो उसके भी बैक साइड में जितनी PhD थीसिस सबमिट हुई है या रिसर्च इन प्रोग्रेस वो वहाँ होता है. तो ये हमारे सब साथियों के लिए काम आने की चीज़ है. अब उरकुंड एक सॉफ्टवेयर है, शोध शुद्धि के अंडर है ये. उरकुंड सॉफ्टवेयर इज़ अवेलेबल टू यूनिवर्सिटीज़, एंड थ्रू यूनिवर्सिटीज़ वी आर एक्सेसिंग इट, एंड विच इज़ द सॉफ्टवेयर फॉर checking the plagiarism similarity index, and it shows only whatever available on the internet and what amount is there in that particular publication. तो शोध शुद्धि के अंडर ये उरकुंड है. तो उरकुंड भी आप यूज़ करते होंगे, एंड नाउ वी आर ट्राइंग टू फाइंड द वे. यूनिवर्सिटीज़ कह रही हैं कि आप अपने फैकल्टी मेंबर्स को भी उसका यूज़र नेम पासवर्ड क्रिएट कर सकते हैं, जिससे वो अपलोड करें और उनको इन्फॉर्मेशन अपने सिमिलरिटी इंडेक्स की आ जाएगी. कई बार क्या होता है, हम लिखते हैं, हमने लिया और वो विद इन द लिमिट्स नहीं है, तो सो दैट वी कैन ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ रिपोर्ट वी कैन चेंज. So these are some of the other softwares, and we are using it. Maitri College is using, and we are having the username and password. And ये प्रमोद जी वगैरह तो हमें खूब भेजते रहते हैं, करवाते हैं. अपने जर्नल छापना हो तो भी हमसे करवाते हैं. देखिए, एक बहुत ज़रूरी चीज़ है क्रिएटिव कॉमन्स. क्रिएटिव कॉमन्स क्या है? एक अमेरिकन नॉन प्रॉफिट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन है जो इंटरनेशनल नेटवर्क है, और डिवोटेड टू एजुकेशनल एक्सेस एंड एक्सपेंडिंग द रेंज ऑफ क्रिएटिव वर्क्स अवेलेबल फॉर अदर्स टू बिल्ड अपॉन लीगली एंड ऑन शेयर. जब आप इन रिसोर्सेज को यूज़ करोगे ना, तो उसके लिंक्स बताते हैं कि किसको आप कहाँ यूज़ कर सकते हो, किसको आप कॉमर्शियली यूज़ कर सकते हो, किसको आप रिसर्च में कर सकते हो, किसको रेफरेंस में यूज़ कर सकते हो, किसको आप फ्रीली यूज़ कर सकते हो विदाउट एनी परमिशन, और किस पे आपके ऊपर कार्रवाई हो सकती है. तो ये क्रिएटिव कॉमन्स हैं. ये 6 तरह के हैं. जैसे आप देख रहे होंगे स्क्रीन पे, पब्लिक डोमेन में लिखा हुआ CC BY, CC BY-SA, CC BY-ND, CC BY-NC, CC BY-NC, इस NC ND. तो ये इस तरह के इन्होंने दिए हैं कि कॉपी एंड पब्लिश कर सकते हैं. एट्रीब्यूट्स मैं इसको थोड़ा सा एक बार आपको बता देता हूँ. 6 डिफरेंट क्रिएटिव कॉमन्स हैं. CC BY क्या है? इज़ द मोस्ट ओपन लाइसेंस. ये लाइसेंसिंग है कि आप ओपनली पब्लिश कर सकते हैं. इट अलाउज द यूज़र टू रीडिस्ट्रीब्यूट टू क्रिएट डेरिवेटिव्स सच एज ट्रांसलेशन एंड इवन यूज़ द पब्लिकेशन फॉर कॉमर्शियल एक्टिविटीज़. इसको यूज़ कर सकते हैं. इसका चिन्ह जो बना होगा वो जैसे CC BY और ऊपर एक गोल बना है ना, तो ये चिन्ह बना होगा वहाँ पे. CC BY-SA is also an open license. The letter SA, share alike, indicates that the adjusted work should be shared under the same reuse rights. So with the same CC license, no other problem is there. Next is CC by NC, non-commercial use. The license gives authority to user to reuse the work by giving acknowledge to author. यहाँ एक्नॉलेज करना जरूरी है, आप बिना बताए नहीं यूज करेंगे, उसको एक्नॉलेज करना होगा, रेफरेंस देना पड़ेगा. बट दिस लाइसेंस नॉट अलाउ एनीवन टू यूज वर्क फॉर कॉमर्शियल पर्पज. कॉमर्शियल पर्पज मीन्स कि मैं उसको पब्लिश कर दूं और उससे बेनिफिट उठाऊं, वो नहीं करना मुझे. एकेडमिक यूज के लिए कर सकते हैं. ऐसे ही एनडी वाला है, इसमें भी रीडिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर सकते हैं, चेंज कर सकते हैं, कॉमर्शियली और पर्सनली क्रेडिट देते हुए ओरिजिनल ऑथर को हम लिख सकते हैं. ये लाइसेंस है एनडी वाला, जिसमें इज इक्वल टू दिया है. नेक्स्ट वाला है एनसीएसए. इन दिस लाइसेंस ऑल नॉन कॉमर्शियल वर्क कैन बी डन एज क्रेडिट टू ऑथर. को ऑथर को बताना पड़ेगा, ऑथर का रेफरेंस देना पड़ेगा, ओरिजिनलिटी को हम वहाँ डिनाई नहीं कर सकते. And CC by NCND, this is the license with restriction. By using the license, user download and share the documents as credit given to original source but cannot change. User cannot use this commercially. ये 6 तरह के क्रिएटिव कॉमन्स हैं जिनकी हमें जानकारी होनी चाहिए. और जो इसके 2 एग्जांपल मैं बता देता हूँ. जैसे विकीपीडिया है, विकीपीडिया CC by SA है, क्रिएटिव कॉमन्स लाइसेंस है इसके पास, विच मीन्स अप्रूव्ड फॉर फ्री कल्चर फॉर वर्क. कुछ भी करो आप इसका. ऐसे ही निस्केयर है, नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ साइंस कम्युनिकेशन एंड इंफॉर्मेशन रिसोर्सेज. इसने भी अपने उस पर वो डाले हुए हैं कि यूजिंग लाइसेंस मोस्ट रिस्ट्रिक्टेड फॉर ऑनलाइन पीरियोडिकल रिपोजिटरी है. तो ये जो है इस तरह से हम इनको यूज कर सकते हैं. अब कहना तो बहुत कुछ था, लेकिन लिमिट करने की कोशिश की मैंने. एंड इफ एनी क्वेश्चन एनीवन वांट टू आस्क, तो जो मुझे
जी सर. यस सर, थैंक यू वेरी मच. फ्रॉम
ये जैसे हमने भी बनाया है, तो ये फ्री और ओपन सोर्स हैं. ई प्रिंट है, फेडोरा है और डी स्पेस है. तो इनमें से कोई भी यूज कर सकते हैं. बस ये है कि टेक्निकल सपोर्ट एंड टेक्निकल बैकग्राउंड नॉलेज इज नेसेसरी. अदरवाइज जस्ट इंस्टॉलेशन इज वेरी डिफिकल्ट. बट इट इज़ नॉट डिफिकल्ट, एनीवन कैन डू, बट दे हैव टू क्रिएट सम बैकग्राउंड नॉलेज एंड टेक द हेल्प ऑफ एनी technical support person. And ePrint mostly used, DSpace used, and Fedora is also used.
जी सर, इसी से जुड़ा हुआ एक दूसरा सवाल है. हाउ कैन आई क्रिएट अ डिजिटल रेफरेंस लाइब्रेरी ऑन माय कंप्यूटर? दिस इज फ्रॉम अजीत सिंह तोमर.
हाँ, कर सकते हैं. जैसे कि आप ना उसी पे वो सॉफ्टवेयर डाउनलोड कर लीजिए, इंस्टॉल कर लीजिए, DSpace कर लीजिए, ePrint कर लीजिए. सबसे पहले तो हम अपने कंप्यूटर पे ही बनाएंगे. Then by the structure of given in the software, like in DSpace, we are creating the communities, sub-communities. First of all, we have to classify the documents where we have to put it. Journals हैं, books हैं, subjects हैं, communities हैं, sub-communities हैं. First of all, we have to design, and then by our available infrastructure, we can scan and we can upload there. We can create on our even in case of we are scanning our syllabus and question papers and the books published by our college, and some of the faculty members, they have sent us the books of they are free of cost to us. So we have kept all those things only on a computer, that is intranet.
Thank you sir. There is, I'm taking few questions because I think ये क्वेश्चन है सुषमा खुराना जी का, and she wants to know, sir, does Delhi University have talking book library system for visually impaired students?
Yes, that is there. Braille library is there, and that is bl.du.ac.in, but that is through username and password.
Okay.
The bona fide faculty members or students of the university can take the membership of Braille Library of Delhi University.
Okay, thankfully.
And one more thing I want to say, we can create our own reading, we can record the lectures, we can record the book chapters, and that is totally copyright free. Copyright free है, हम करके हम विजुअली डिफरेंटली एबल्ड पर्सन को हम दे सकते हैं, वो उसमें कोई कॉपीराइट नहीं आता।
उसमें ना स्कैनिंग में है ना रिकॉर्डिंग में है।
हाँ जी।
सर एक सवाल हम लोग और ले सकते हैं
जी।
दिस इज फ्रॉम सोनम जांगपो and he wants to know e-resources are very important, but it is also needs lots of other resources to work properly, like electricity, internet, etc., while the printed resources have not that much problems. What is your own experience on it? Kindly share your ideas.
Okay. Really, I have covered in my presentation. Definitely, there are some restrictions, challenges. If the internet is not running or drop down, or net connectivity is not there, or electricity, तो वो तो हमारी लाइब्रेरी में भी हो सकता है. All the libraries are automated. If light is not there, then we are not able to even issue the print books. That is there, but we have to bear it with it, and we have to go ahead. अगर हम ऐसे सोचेंगे तो हम 2050 में कैसे पहुँचेंगे? नो वन नो अबाउट इन 1990 कि इतना रेवोल्यूशन आएगा और आईसीटी पूरे वर्ल्ड में होगी और दिल्ली में होगी। हम तो स्टूडेंट थे, हमें खुद नहीं पता था। जब हम कंप्यूटर एप्लीकेशन इन लाइब्रेरीज पढ़ते थे तो हमें लगता था क्यों पढ़ रहे हैं, पास्कल में प्रोग्राम लिखते थे। लेकिन अब कितना चेंज आया, इंटरनेट में ही कितना चेंज आया, ईमेल्स में कितना चेंज आया। देखो ना, अब डाकखाने में चिट्ठियाँ भेजना बंद हो गया, तो रेवोल्यूशन आया है। हाँ, डेफिनेटली वो रहेंगी, वो कमियां रहेंगी, लेकिन फिर वही बात है कि अगर मेरा मोबाइल रिचार्ज है और लाइट भी चली गई तो मैं वहाँ यूज कर सकता हूँ, डाटा तो मेरा ऑन रहेगा ना। फिर तो कुछ ना कुछ वे आउट निकालना पड़ेगा, या फिर हमें जो इस तरह के, मान लिया हम कोई कंटेंट क्रिएट कर रहे हैं बैठ के, ठीक है ना, और 2 घंटे का प्रोग्राम है, उसमें हमारे 10 फैकल्टी मेम्बर बैठ के कोई कंटेंट क्रिएट कर रहे हैं और लाइट चली जाती है, तो हमें या तो वहाँ इन्वर्टर, या आजकल तो जो है ना, हमारा कॉलेज तो जैसे सारा उसमें लगा हुआ है, हमारी लाइट नहीं जाती कभी। वैसे भी हम उसमें वीआईपी एरिया में है हमारी बिल्डिंग सौभाग्य से, लेकिन हमारे यहाँ तो वो लगा हुआ जनरेटर, जनसेट है, जैसे ही लाइट जाती है। लेकिन ये तो खतरा रहेगा, कुछ लिमिटेशन तो रहेंगी।
Thank you so much, sir, for such a thought-provoking and knowledge-sharing session, which is really the need of the hour. Thank you really, sir, for answering the queries also. Now, I would request the convener to formally thank the guest speaker, Dr. Pradeep Rai. Please, ma'am.
First of all, I want to thank मेरी छोटी बहन स्मृति and Dr. Pramod Singh. He is very dynamic, and I want to share one more thing. He is from Sanskrit department, and he is the most updated in technology. इवन वो, मैंने जब उसको देखा कि वो डायरेक्टली प्रेजेंट कर रहा है और डायरेक्टली संस्कृत में टाइप कर रहा है, तो मैं हैरान रह गया। ये कोई 8-10 साल पहले की बात है। तो ही इज़ वेरी टैलेंटेड पर्सन, और हमारा कॉलेज भाग्यशाली है कि ऐसे लोग हमारे साथ हैं। और आज की प्रेजेंटेशन में मेरे कलीग तरुणा जी जो कह रही हैं, तो तरुणा जी भी मुझे अपडेट करेंगी अगर कुछ गड़बड़ रह गया हो तो। थैंक यू फ्रॉम माई एंड।
The convener, madam, please.
मैडम से पहले कन्वीनर सर को अवसर दिया जाए।
जी सर, प्रमोद सर।
नहीं चाहूँगा, बिल्कुल। स्मृति मैडम जुड़ी हुई हैं। मुझे लगता है कि मैं कोशिश यही करता हूँ कि स्मृति मैडम जब बोल लें तो उसके बाद फिर हम सब के लिए अवसर बचता नहीं है। तो थोड़ा सा उनसे पहले मैं क्षमा चाहूँगा, बोलना चाह रहा था। देख, आज का जो सर का प्रेजेंटेशन है वह निस्संदेह अत्यंत ज्ञानवर्धक है, इसमें तो कोई संदेह है नहीं। मैं अपने सभी जो प्रतिभागी हमारे मित्र हैं उनको बताना चाहूँगा कि सर की तबीयत खराब थी, आज सुबह से ही इनको बुखार हुआ है, और उसके बाद मतलब उस स्थिति में नहीं थे, मुझे लग नहीं रहा था कि आज सर अपना प्रेजेंटेशन दे पाएंगे। और हम लोग पूरा प्लान यही कर रहे थे कि इसको किसी और दिन रीशेड्यूल किया जाएगा, लेकिन यह सर का बड़प्पन है, सर की उदारता है, और वो आयोजकों की मर्यादा को भी समझते हैं। तो उन्होंने कहा नहीं, इसे आगे बढ़ाने की आवश्यकता नहीं है, मैं दवा लेकर के आऊँगा, लेकिन तुम्हारे कार्यक्रम में समय पर और पूरे समय तक जो हमें निर्धारित किया गया है उस समय तक रहूँगा। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद सर, आपको सुनना और निस्संदेह आपकी जो बातें होती हैं और जो इस तरह से लाइब्रेरी से जुड़ी जो भी बातें आप हम लोगों के सामने रखते हैं वो हमेशा ही ज्ञानवर्धक रहता है। आज का भी सत्र अत्यंत ज्ञानवर्धक रहा। आप अपने अस्वस्थ होने के बावजूद हम लोगों से जुड़े, इसके लिए आपका हृदय की गहराइयों से, हृदय के अंतस्थल से अत्यंत आभार है। आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद और आपको अत्यंत हम लोग अपने आयोजन समिति की ओर से हृदय से आभार ज्ञापित करते हैं। मुझे लगता है स्मृति मैडम है और उनके
सर आई एम सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट सर, वो स्मृति मैम अपने आप को अनम्यूट नहीं कर पा रही हैं, आप एक बार उन्हें को होस्ट फिर से बना दीजिए।
और ये ताकि सिर्फ जो तकनीकी बारीकी है उसके दौरान ही हो सकता है, अन्यथा हमारी स्मृति मैम इतनी वो प्रखर वक्त्री हैं कि इनको कोई म्यूट नहीं कर सकता। क्षमा चाहूँगा, मैं बीच में ही आ गया और वो तकनीकी पक्ष जो मैं देख रहा था उस दौरान मेरा ध्यान उधर से अन्य मनस्क हो गया, लिहाजा स्मृति मैम अपने आप को अनम्यूट नहीं कर पा रही थी। अब मैम
अब अनम्यूट हो गई हैं वो।
मैं अनम्यूट हूँ, 1 मिनट, मैं वीडियो भी ऑन कर रही हूँ, 1 मिनट, जस्ट मिनट।
कोई बात नहीं, स्मृति जो है ना लेट
Thanks to COVID that everybody has started, but for visually challenged faculty members and students, we were always dependent on e-resource, and sir keeps on sharing information that really helped in my PhD, and I could do my doctorate so easily thanks to him. He was always available for every help. Thank you so much, sir, and I'm really grateful to you for taking this decision in such a situation when you are not
thank you very much Smriti and all the organizers, thank you very much.
Sir, जाइएगा नहीं, we request all the participants